Hello, hello. Teaching on this evening to the youth. And today, this evening will be Crystal Springs, Mississippi. And I'm so happy because that's my hometown, right? That's graduate of Crystal Springs. Operate a daycare there. My parents are in full CEO mode of the daycare in Crystal Springs. So my Crystal Springs family, you all make sure you share this video. I will be at Crystal Springs High School teaching financial literacy to my community and to the youth there. So I'm so excited this evening, right? This evening. And I was in Hazelhurst. On Tuesday, and one of my former co-workers there said, Deloach, I heard you was here. You should let me know. And so I even forgot to tell my cousin, even though I did acknowledge that he was my cousin on the school board, that I was there. So I tagged him in this video to let him know I really enjoyed the youth. Okay, I got a phone call. I really enjoyed the youth in Hazelhurst. I thoroughly enjoyed that experience, and I will be coming back there to teach the kids how to use credit, to create cash flow in their lives in a positive way. I know I always heard about don't get credit cards, cut up your credit cards, credit is bad, school system teaches debt is bad, but I teach people how to use debt in a positive way. And it's all biblical, just like the widow woman did in 2 Kings. She went out and borrowed because she was in bad debt. And she went out and borrowed to create a business, right? Borrow to create a business or to enhance your business. And that's what people do. They get rich. So how to get your child a 750 or higher credit score, right? How to get your child a 750 or higher credit score. Well, first parents, you have to break the generational curse of having bad credit, and you have to look and analyze your credit yourself. Thank you for the digital love. I forgot to give you all the do now, right? I am a teacher, and there's always something you do first. Like, share this video. I always show digital love while I'm live. I love that. Like and share. That's your do now. Whether you're watching this live or you're watching the replay, like and share on Facebook and on YouTube. I want you to subscribe, but also it's a bell next to that subscription button. I need you to hit that bell because it will notify you as well whenever I go live or upload videos that can change and impact your financial future, right? And so you have to have good credit yourself, parents. And when you position yourself for good credit, what happens is, oh, my hair, I can't get it together looking at it. What happens is you can allow your child to rent, right, your good credit history. You can allow your child to rent your good credit history, meaning that you can add your child as an AU, what we call an authorized user, on a good credit card that you have for at least 5 years, and that credit card is in good payment standing, right? Meaning that you have no late payments, no blemishes, no negative items reported on that credit card, right? At least a 5-year history. And you just simply call the credit card company and say, hey, doesn't matter if your child is 1 year old, 5 years old, 7 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, 18 years old, 21, right? And they don't have access to the card. They don't have to use your card. They don't have to have access to it. And you say, I want to add my child as an authorized user on this good credit. So they get to rent or piggyback off of or be a recipient, right, of your good credit history, and that will start the process of automatically building them a good credit score. Now, the second thing I recommend is to have your child, after you've added them to your good credit score. Donald Perryman, I just realized that was you, cuz. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm going to be in Crystal Springs today. Family. I'm teaching the youth. I'm so excited. You all just don't know how excited I am, because, for example, when I was in Hazelhurst, kids, because they have no preconceived mindset about credit and cash, they're just empty vessels to pour into. They immediately understood, for example, the financial literacy, the difference between the asset and the liability, right? Because adults, sometimes we get a different view, a different perspective, or this financial world tells us, for example, that when you purchase a home, it's an asset. Now, I'm not advocating that you rent for life, right? I think everyone wants something physical and tangible that they can own. One day have the possibility of having ownership, right? But I tell the child, I was teaching the kids that an asset is something that takes money out of your pocket, where a liability is something that a asset is something that puts money into your pocket, and liabilities are things that takes money out of your pocket, right? The asset is something that puts money into your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. So I asked them, when you purchase a home, when you're a home buyer, is that an asset or a liability? Now, many adults, right, would say that's an asset because their financial consultant or the realtor told them, you have an asset. And the kid said, it's a liability. And I said, well, why is it a liability? They said, well, you have to, pay the rent, which that could be an apartment or a home as well. But you have the maintenance. You're responsible for the bills, for the upkeep. And that's a liability because it takes money out of your pocket. And that was the correct answer. But my favorite phrase when teaching the youth is flip the script. Gave them examples how you can turn your home from an liability into an asset, right? And also property taxes in a home. So you're always spending money out, right? And I told them that there are ways that the utilities you pay in your home, you can get money back through tax deductions, right? When you implement a home-based business model into your home. And I have the perfect home-based business model for adults to implement, because this home-based business teaches financial literacy, right? So it's no products, no services you have to sell. And so now a portion of your utilities can be tax deductible. And I also taught them the importance of saving money on taxes. For every dollar you earn, right, how to keep more money to your pocket versus giving that money in federal taxes, right? So we went through all of that. I taught them how for every dollar you earn, that the federal government gets 40 cents of that dollar, but through tax shelters and tax deductions of having a home-based financial literacy business like I have and operate, that now you can keep 80% or 80 cents of that dollar out of every dollar you earn on your job. And so, man, they were so receptive. They caught it. They understood. I'm looking forward to a lot of business-minded youth coming out of this financial literacy sessions. I'm looking forward to a lot of kids using the bank's money, TBM, to begin investing. I'm looking forward to a lot of kids understanding how stocks can pay them dividends, understanding that if they have, for example, a cell phone through AT&T, how AT&T can pay their cell phone bills and they can be bill free by purchasing AT&T stocks that pays dividends by the quarter, right? Meaning every 3 months, it pays you cash back once you invest in AT&T stocks, which can pay that cell phone bill so you can be cell phone bill free. I'm looking forward to helping kids understand how to use credit to create cash flow in their lives, how they can use credit to make real estate investments and rent out homes and property and also renovate your neighborhoods that have dilapidated houses, right? And to renovate it and to use that creative mind, which is the right brain, that creative mind. The school usually teach to the left side of the brain, you know, that non-creative mindset, that test-taking mindset, that this is how you pass tests. But I'm tapping into the right brain and mind, teaching kids how to use credit to create cash flow from things in air. Because we always heard, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, I want you to participate, right? Make a mind message connection. We've always heard what? That it takes money to make what? I want you all to put that in the comment. That it takes money to make what? Right? We've always heard these myths. It takes money to make money, right? Then we've also heard that money doesn't grow on what? Put this in the comment. All of these myths. Money doesn't grow on what? And another myth we've heard that, you know, that was misconstrued biblically, that the love of money is the root of all what? You know, whether you're watching this live or watching the replay, I want you to comment these answers, right? But I'm teaching against these myths, and I'm teaching these young kids so they will never, this is my goal, they thank you, money doesn't grow on trees, right? But they never have to struggle. I want them to never have to struggle with credit or a cash flow problem, because as long as their credit is good, you can always create cash. It doesn't take money to make money. It doesn't take your money to make money. So you can always use the TBM, the bank's money. I also want to teach these youth that student loan debt, now there is such thing as bad debt. The student loan debt is the worst debt that you can get, because you can never get rid of it. But only way you can get rid of federal student loans is you have to pay it. You have to pay that money back, right? And you know, but what if you use student loan debt, right, to invest in real estate? If you're a child, if you're a youth, instead of using your Pell Grant money to go out and buy cars that depreciate, I mean, they lose their value. This is something else I taught my kids. So, you know, back to the parents, let's get your credit score right, so you can allow your child to rent your credit history, so you can add them as authorized users, so you can have good standing credit cards, so your child can have a 750 credit score without doing anything. And then what happens from there? I start teaching your child to start applying for their own primary credit card, how to identify what's a good credit card for them. What's a good Discover card, for example? What are rewards when it comes to using your credit card, and how you can use credit cards like a debit card to get cash back every month, right? To get cash back every month. So I've reached my destination, but you all tune in. If you're coming in late, watch this replay, watch the beginning. How to build your child a 750 credit score. And you all have a great, great day. This is the Queen of Credit.